This is a video on the fourth part of the book and the third part of the chapter, Value, Create Your Offer, from the book $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. Firstly, I should mention this is part 4.2, so if you haven't watched any of the other parts, but especially any of the part 4s, then you should go and watch them now, top right, and then come back here for the next part of the information. And another quick one before I start, same as the last few videos, a lot of this is raw information, so I'll be reading it word for word and looking down here so I get all of the information needed. And if you're a business owner, you do anything to do with money, that could even be something to do with Airbnb, where you need marketing offers, then you should probably get pen and paper because there's a lot of practical steps. There's also loads just to part 4 because the whole book's on offer and this is chapter offer. So I've split this into a few littler videos, it's not one big video. But if you do want to just read the whole book, then the book will be top of the description. Now onto the information. So this is following on from the last video that, like I said, 4.1, where it's the 4 value drivers. And I said the first one in the last video, which is dream outcome and goal equals increase. So like I said, if you haven't watched the last video, you should watch them because this is the next part of the information. Number 2 though, perceived likelihood of achievement, goal equal increase. This was the last of the variables I added when trying to think through this framework a few years ago. I just felt like something was missing with only the other 3. Then I realised people pay for certainty. They value certainty. I call this the perceived likelihood of achievement. In other words, how likely do I believe it is that I will achieve the result I am looking for if I make this purchase. For example, how much would you pay to be a plastic surgeon? 10,000th patient versus their first. If you're a normal, sane person, a lot more. I mean, heck, you might even ask them to pay you if you are their first patient ever. So you can see, even from this simple example, that while the service you are receiving is technically the same, the only thing that changes is your perceived likelihood of getting what you want. Both surgeons take the same amount of time to do the surgery. If anything, the guy who's done it 10,000 times would likely get it done faster and still charge more. The more experienced surgeon has a track record of achieving a result, which incentivizes their desirability. People value this perceived likelihood of achievement, increasing a prospect's conviction that your offer will actually work for them, will make your offer that much more valuable even though the work remains the same on your end. So to increase value with all offers, we must communicate perceived likelihood of achievement through our messaging, proof, what we choose to include or exclude in our offer, and our guarantees. More on this later. Now number 3 of the value drivers, time delay, goal but equals decrease. So the other 2 were increases, this makes it worse. Time delay is the time between a client buying and receiving the promised benefit. The shorter the distance between when they purchase and they receive value / the outcome, the more valuable your services or product is. There are 2 elements to this driver of value, long-term outcome and short-term experience. Many times there are short-term experiences that occur while en route to the long-term outcomes. They happen along the way and provide value. It's good to understand both. The thing people buy is the long-term value, aka their dream outcome. But the thing that makes them stay long enough to get it is the short-term experience. These are little milestones a prospect sees along the way that shows them they are on the right path. We try and tie as many of these as possible into any service we offer. We want clients to have big emotional wins early, as close as possible to their purchase. This gives them the emotional buy-in and the momentum to see it through to their ultimate goal. For example, it takes a while to add an extra $239,000 a year to a gym, but that's what they're buying. So once they have purchased, we need to create emotional wins fast. One way we do this is to get their ads live and get them close to their first 2,000 sale within their first 7 days. By doing this, their decision to work with us is reinforced and they immediately trust us more. This makes them more likely to follow the rest of our systems and get their ultimate destination. Pro tip, fast wins. Always try and incorporate short-term, immediate wins for a client. Be creative. They just need to know they are on the right path and that they made the right decision trusting you and your business. Let me give you another example. If I sell someone a bikini body, their time delay to realise that that outcome may be 12 months or even longer. On the way, though, as they change their bodies, they may experience high sex drive, more energy, and an increased community of friends. Pro tip, fast also beats free. The only thing that beats free is fast. People will pay for speed, Many companies have entered free spaces and done exceedingly well with a speed-first strategy. A few notable examples: the MVD versus DMV. Wait in line forever or pay $50, you can skip the line and get your license renewed privately. FedEx versus USPS. When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight. Spotify versus slow free music. Uber versus walk-in. Fast beats free. Many will always be willing to pay price for the value of speed. So if you find yourself in a market competing against free, double down on speed. He who said money can't buy happiness hasn't given enough away. That's just a little quote at the start of one of the chapters. Problem, solution. Problem. Buying healthy food, grocery shopping. Is hard, confusing, I won't like it, I will suck at it. How to make buying healthy food easy and enjoyable so that anyone can do it, especially busy mums. Takes too much time. Instead, it should be how to buy healthy food quickly. Is expensive. Instead, how to buy healthy food for less than your current grocery bill. Is unsustainable. How to make buying healthy food take less effort than buying unhealthy food. Is not my priority. My family needs will get in my way. How to buy healthy food for you and your family at the same time. Is undoable if I travel. I won't know what to get. How to get healthy food when travelling. Here's a perfect example to drive this home. When I started Gym Launch, gym owners reached out asking me to help. They needed so much help I didn't know where to start, but I wanted to make sure they got way more than they paid me. So here's what I ended up doing to fill their gyms. I would fly out to their gyms for 21 days, spend my own money on hotels, car rentals, eating out, advertising, generating the leads, working the leads, then sell for them. I would even do the first onboarding meetings with clients to get them started. In short, I did everything. I took on all the risks. They only had to put down $500 to reserve their day, which I made refundable at the end of their launch. So they had zero financial risk, zero time risk, zero effort, and the deal was I got to keep all the upfront cash collected from selling their services, and they got clients for free. You can imagine how this was a pretty compelling offer. On my own, I was able to sell about $100,000 a month in upfront cash for myself, so these deals were very lucrative for me. Over time, I scaled that to a team of 8 guys selling every month, but this began to wear on me and the team. It was at that point I realised that if I were to simply teach them how to do what I did, I could charge maybe a third of what I would normally make, but I would be able to help hundreds of gyms a month instead of 8, and I could do it all sleeping in my own bed every night. Now this is linking the whole problem to then how you give them the solution. Problem. Buying healthy food is hard, confusing, and I won't like it. If I wanted to provide a one-on-one solution, I might offer in-person grocery shopping where I take clients to the store and teach them how to shop. Personalised grocery list where I teach them how to make their list. Full service shopping where I buy their food for them, we're talking 100% done for them. In-person orientation, not at store, where I teach them what to get. Tech support while shopping, where I help them if they get stuck. Phone call while grocery shopping, where I plan a call when they go shopping to provide direction and support. If I wanted to provide a small group solution, I might offer in-person grocery shopping where I meet a bunch of people and take them all shopping for themselves. Personalised grocery list, where I teach a bunch of people how to make their weekly lists. I could do this one time or every week if I wanted to. Buy their food for them, where I purchase their groceries and deliver them as well. In-person orientation, where I teach a small group off-site what to do, not at store. Now this is a photo on screen from the book, which is the whole how you can do it. Delivery cube, one-on-one, SM, GR, or one-to-many. DIY, do it with you, do it for you, that's what all them mean. Support, where it's just over call, over messages. Consumption, that can be through YouTube, podcasts live. Speed and convenience, and 10 times and 1/10th test. Then this is the explanation of it. What level of personal attention do I want to provide? One-on-one, small group, one-to-many. What level of effort is expected from them? Do it themselves, like I said, DIY. Figure out how to do it on their own. Do it with them, DWY. You teach them how to do it, done for them, DFY. You do it for them. If doing something live, what environment or medium do I want to deliver it in? In-person, phone support, email support, text support, Zoom support, chat support. If doing a recording, how do I want them to consume it? Audio, video, or written? How quickly do we want to reply? On what days? During what hours? 24/7, 9/5, within 5 minutes, within an hour, within 24 hours. 10 times to 1/10th test. If my customers paid me 10 times my price, or $100,000, What would I provide if they paid me 1/10 the price and I had to make my product more valuable than it already is? How would I do that? How could I still make them successful for 1/10 the price? Stretch your mind in either direction and you'll come up with widely different solutions. So again, if you haven't watched any of the last parts on the whole $100 million offers videos, then you should go and watch them. They're on my channel, they're my last few videos. They'll all be just in order, there'll be nothing in between them. But especially if you haven't watched any of the part 4s, then you should watch them because like I say, this is the next part of the information, like this video now, and there's going to be more to part 4. And it's the biggest part of the book, it's the most important part of the book, the most great information. So watch them. Otherwise, if the next part of the information of $100 million offers is out, then that'll be on screen. However, if that's not on screen, then you're obviously interested in becoming successful. So you should watch this video on screen now, A Guide to Success from the Wisdom of Naval Ravikant.